Welcome back, my friend. At this moment in time, I have the intent of speaking about being hardcore and what to do about it, and just all the things surrounding self improvement and a lot of the perceptions you will receive. Hopefully, this will make sense. So, being hardcore, what I mean by being hardcore is, say, take my example right now. I am completely fasted and will be fasted until about 4 or 5 p.m. today. I woke up at 5:50. You see, that's a long time to not eat for most people. And that's a long time to not eat for me because I'm just starting this practice. A lot of people will say, that's unhealthy, isn't it? Or, I don't want you to hurt yourself or anything because they're worried I'll develop an eating disorder. But it's not a mental desire where I think, not eating all day? Yes, that sounds awesome. Or I'm worried about my body fat. I've got a pretty low body fat percentage. That's not what I'm concerned about. I, as much as I still lift weights, I don't really care about that all that much. I'm just kind of maintaining my pretty nice physique. It's not about like becoming more muscular, kind of like anorexia. It's not about that. No, it's productivity. It keeps me focused when I'm starving. If I eat food, or just having food in the brain ruins my focus completely. There's my example, right? Things like that. That's what being hardcore is doing pretty for the regular average human. These are kind of outlandish things because they're painful, they're extreme, they're potentially harmful, and well, I'm here today to tell you about how you combat this, okay? Because I have a feeling a lot of you guys follow. This is distracting. I see people walking, but I bet you, those on self improvement follow other people who are self improvement gurus, or I don't know, just people who speak of like Andrew Huberman optimization, or maybe there's more fitness guys or more spiritual guys or whatever. But always go for a very well-rounded circle of influence, right? You want to hit all the corners. But anyways, it can be very difficult. It can be very difficult knowing that people will look at you differently, or that they are looking at you differently because you're talking about this, or they know that you're doing a certain thing, a certain practice, and I think a lot of guys will get to that point and then just go back to like, well, it can't be that beneficial. It can't be that important. I'll do other self-improvement practices instead. But usually the one that was like the hardest to implement, say in my case, like fasting, that's the one that needed the most priority. Like that was the one that you probably need to do the most, honestly. And I've learned that. It's like there's been practices that I'm doing now that months ago I thought about doing and was like, but it's just not convenient right now in my life, and then I wouldn't do it. But it ended up coming back anyways, and I did it. So like I could have done it sooner. I did it either way. I might as well have done it sooner. So there's other practices like cold exposure that some nincompoop out there is going to tell you that'll make you sick. Or for those who are very into like diet, people will always tell you that your diet's wrong. And yeah, if you're eating processed food, yeah, your diet's wrong. I don't care if you're trying to bodybuild and need carbs, your diet is bad. You could replace anything that comes in a package with something else that's like whole ingredients. Or not like one that's like single ingredients, you know what I mean? So like you can name the ingredients in this thing. There's, like take take like your dinner plate. Okay, on my dinner plate there is chicken, there is broccoli, and there's some potatoes. Versus, this is a granola bar. It has granola, almonds, and fructose oxycotton nitrate oxide. Yeah, you see what I mean? Now that's not a real thing, but you get the picture. But yes, if you're one of those people who's trying to get onto like carnivore diet, or has the money to, I would love to give that a try. But people will tell you that's not healthy. Or if you're trying to go vegetarian, people will tell you that's not healthy. At the end of the day, and like I could argue either one having health benefits or health non-benefits, either way, it's not up to me to tell you. It's not up to other people who say that's not healthy, I know better. Because if there's anything people don't know anything about, well, actually, there's a lot of things we don't know anything about. One of them is food. We understand nutrition, but we just don't understand food. One, because we like to eat tasty food, but two, because if it's just we don't know. And by we I mean collectively as an entire human race. Yeah, some people who work in like who are like doctors and do research on this, they know. But do they know? And conspiracy theories, guys, like, are they really as knowledgeable or educated or based? Let's be honest. Are they as based as they should be as nutritional experts? I don't know. Because I don't know what the nutritional value of some vegetables is compared to a steak. You know what I mean? Like, you know the this is a complete side tangent, but you know, like, the food pyramid? Not even that, like, the plate. I don't even know what they call that anymore, like my plate or whatever. But vegetables is like, personally, I feel like vegetables are up too high on that list. Not because vegetables are bad for you or anything. I just feel like sometimes some vegetables in particular are rather useless. Like lettuce. I feel like some salads that are like lettuce heavy is a complete waste of space. Just pick out the tomatoes, pick out the corn, pick out the bacon. Don't eat the croutons, even though they taste the best. Don't eat the ranch. Like, you just got rid of half the salad, but you got like the same nutritional value. Because I don't know, it's not that I hate lettuce, I just feel like it's a waste of stomach space. But nonetheless, right? People will call me extreme because like I'm really into fasting and figuring out my diet, and I don't want to eat carbs. Not that I never want to eat carbs, but I avoid carbs. I'll eat them when they come around. Like you know, there's granola. Okay, like I'll eat a handful of granola, but I'm not eating bread today. I'm not eating pasta. Some people might call that extreme. Some people might call it extreme when you go out to a gathering with friends and everyone's getting like burgers and stuff. And you're like, I'm fine. Or you go get snacks at the gas station and I'm gonna get water. Or like, oh, here's like and now some beef sticks are dookie, right? But if you get like a real beef stick, you're like, I'll get a beef stick, and everyone's got like their gummies and stuff. At least if you're with dudes, they'll get it. They'll be like, okay, nice, beef stick. But if anyone else, they're not gonna get it. But you see my point, right? It's difficult because of the judgment of others. So how do we combat this? Well, first you need to acknowledge, if you're on the fence about a practice, you need to acknowledge the fact that listening to what other people, not what they say, but their onward looking, their judgment has not taken you anywhere. That's why you're on self-improvement. Because doing things based on how other people feel and not doing these practices, your life hasn't been awesome anyways. And I'm not saying the people who are judging you are bad, because they're either not informed or that's not the path they're on. Just because someone's not on self-improvement doesn't actually mean, not when I say I mean like deliberate self-improvement, like you're in the YouTube space or the internet space. Just because they're not on their self-improvement kick doesn't mean that they're bad people. I know some great disciplined people who don't know a thing about self-improvement. They don't know about this space. They don't know about any of the practices, but they're great people and they're still disciplined in their own rights. So, but this mentality hasn't taken you anywhere. So that's your step one, is like acknowledging that. Step two has more to do with just like what's a good term for this? Like head down, ramming yourself through the barricade of like, it's gonna be kind of hard. And I don't like how they what they said when I told them I would fast or do CrossFit or whatever, do the carnivore diet. No, you're gonna do it, dude. Because at the end of the day, they're not doing it. So what do they know? What do they know? That's one thing I have with the carnivore diet is I really want to try it because as much as I hear that it's healthy, it's not healthy. I'm not gonna know unless I try it. It's just you're not gonna find out, and I'm the kind of person who likes to just find out. But I'm not gonna find out unless I do it. I can't read on it. I gotta try it. So do it. That's the step 3. Now you push yourself through it, and you just like you step 2 is the end is step 3 also. It's just like punch through the glass. Okay, we're here. We're doing it. And it's not like we're doing a trial run, because you don't need a trial run. This is one problem I've done in self-improvement, is a mistake I've made, is I try to do trial runs of things. No. Just do it. Implement it. If your life gets worse from doing it, the trial run is over. But the problem is, like, putting a trial run is like, I'm going to start this day and finish this day. Why? Just do it until it stops working. And if it keeps working, awesome. You got a good habit now. 2-week trial period isn't going to do a whole lot for you. Because once you finish it, you'll be like, yeah, that was kind of cool, and then you'll stop. That's my problem with meditation. I kept doing that. And this is why I've committed. I'm meditating every day. I'm doing a 30-day challenge every month. There's no reason to, like, come in and out of it. No, it's good all the time. So, alright. I thought that'd be helpful for you to think about and consider. I would consider myself extreme, especially when I put my mind to something. It's happening. I put my mind to fasting, it's happening. Like, I don't think I'm packing lunch anymore. I don't see a reason to. It's not beneficial enough for the amount of mental awesomeness I achieve through fasting. Like, right now, I feel good mentally. I'm about to go do leg day, too. I'm really excited about that. But I feel good. The cycle with food, dude, it's awful. It's so bad. First and second period, I'm so hungry. I just want to eat. So I'm not focused on my work because I just want to eat. Lunch. Oh, hurry up, I just... Fourth and fifth period? Or no, I guess third and fourth period. You said they're going. I don't want to work. So did I do any work today? That's right. No, I didn't. So I cut the food out completely. And I'm not even eating like junk food that's addictive and sugary. No, I'm eating good food. I just like to eat, dude. So push it all off to the afternoon after I get home from school, and then I'm allowed to eat. It's a good trick. So give that one a try. And then you can like basically cram as many calories as you want at that point, because, well, you haven't eaten all day. And I'm not saying like eat junk food, but it actually makes your diet a little bit easier. That's if you've been dieting for a while, I guess. I've been dieting for a while, so like I understand what works better for my body and whatnot. So I already have a pretty good diet, let alone cramming all the good stuff in at the end. Yeah. Okay, that's what I had for you. Stay true to yourself, brother. I believe in you, even when other people tell you that what you're doing is nonsense. Also, yeesh, I gotta take care of that. One day I will talk about skin, but unfortunately that is still an area that I'm getting closer to solving. Talk about that another day. Okay. Adios.